The NBA delivers breathtaking highlights, clutch shots, and legendary performances. But beyond the glory lies another story, one fueled by pride, grudges, and bitter rivalries. Some legends didn't just battle on the court, they truly despised each other. From betrayals to physical clashes, these feuds reveal the human side of greatness. Today we explore the fiercest conflicts in NBA history, where respect vanished and hatred took center stage. 1. Michael Jordan versus Isaiah Thomas.
Are you saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I would pick LeBron James.
One of the most infamous rivalries in basketball is Michael Jordan versus Isaiah Thomas. In the late 80s and early 90s, the Bulls and Pistons were bitter enemies. The Bad Boys, led by Thomas, created the brutal Jordan rules to physically punish him every time he touched the ball, turning each matchup into a war. The bad blood exploded in 1991 when the Pistons walked off without shaking hands after losing to Chicago. Jordan never forgave them, and when the 1992 Dream Team was formed, many believe he made sure Isaiah was left off the roster. Decades later, Jordan admits he still doesn't like Thomas, while Isaiah insists he was unfairly disrespected. Their feud remains one of the NBA's most notorious, fueled by pride, pain, and a refusal to reconcile. 2. Kobe Bryant versus Shaquille O'Neal.
Bryant to Shaq!
Few duos were as dominant and as dysfunctional as Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. Together, they won 3 straight championships for the Los Angeles Lakers from 2000 to 2002. But behind the banners, their relationship was toxic. Shaq accused Kobe of being selfish and hard to play with. Kobe criticized Shaq's conditioning, questioning his work ethic. The two clashed in practices, exchanged insults in the media, and their feud became tabloid gold. Things boiled over after their 2004 finals loss to the Pistons. Shaq was traded to Miami, and Kobe stayed in Los Angeles, finally getting the team built around him. Both men would later downplay the hatred, even sharing laughs on stage years later. But during their prime, the feud was very real, and it nearly destroyed a dynasty. 3. Larry Bird versus Bill Laimbeer. In the 1980s, Larry Bird wasn't just facing Magic Johnson and the Lakers. He was also going to war with Bill Laimbeer and the Detroit Pistons. Laimbeer was the enforcer of the Bad Boys, and he had a reputation for dirty plays and hard fouls. Bird, who played with toughness and pride, hated Laimbeer's style. Their battles often got physical, with shoving matches and near brawls breaking out in playoff games. In fact, Bird once said openly that he had no respect for Laimbeer. Unlike other rivals he grew to admire, Bird never warmed up to him. To this day, the mutual dislike hasn't really faded, proving some grudges last forever. 4. Charles Barkley versus Shaquille O'Neal. Not all NBA feuds stay on the court, some follow players into retirement. That's the case with Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. The tension started when Barkley criticized Shaq's dominance, saying he relied too much on size instead of skill. They also clashed physically in a 1999 regular season game, when Barkley actually threw a ball at Shaq's head before swinging on him. Fast forward to today, and their rivalry lives on inside the TNT studio. While it's often playful, there's real heat behind their debates. Shaq constantly reminds Barkley he never won a ring, while Barkley fires back about Shaq's ego. It's equal parts entertainment and genuine hostility, a rivalry that's lasted decades. 5. Reggie Miller versus Spike Lee and the Knicks. Sometimes, a rivalry isn't even between two players. In the case of Reggie Miller, his biggest enemy sat courtside, Spike Lee. During the 1994 Eastern Conference Finals, Miller torched the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden, famously scoring 8 points in 9 seconds. What made it iconic was the trash talk. Miller hit clutch threes, then turned to Spike Lee, mocking him with the infamous choke gesture that humiliated the Garden.
And Hubert Davis were defending.
Reggie Miller has accounted for 10 of the 12 Indiana points here in the fourth quarter. Reggie Miller giving the choke sign to Spike Lee. Spike is appealing to the official Dan Crook.
Miller and the Knicks battled for years, and while he respected the game, he never hid his disdain for New York's team and its superfan director. To this day, Miller jokes about owning Madison Square Garden, a reminder of how personal that rivalry became. 6. Kevin Garnett versus Carmelo Anthony. Kevin Garnett was one of the NBA's greatest trash talkers, but sometimes he crossed the line. One of his ugliest feuds was with Carmelo Anthony. In a 2013 game, Garnett reportedly insulted Anthony by referencing his wife, La, with a shocking comment that infuriated Melo. Anthony was so angry, he waited outside the Celtics team bus after the game, ready to confront Garnett. Security and teammates had to step in to prevent the situation from spiraling out of control. Although the two eventually cooled off, that night showed how deeply Garnett's words could cut and how much Anthony despised him in the moment. The feud highlighted KG's ruthless edge and Melo's unwillingness to let blatant disrespect slide. 7. Draymond Green versus LeBron James. Modern NBA rivalries don't get much bigger than Draymond Green and LeBron James. The tension began in the 2016 NBA Finals. In Game 4, Green hit LeBron below the belt during a scuffle, and words were exchanged. The league suspended Green for Game 5, shifting the momentum of the series. The Warriors, who were up 3-1, collapsed and lost to Cleveland in one of the greatest comebacks in Finals history. That suspension created endless debate, with fans arguing it cost Golden State a championship. Since then, the feud has cooled, especially with Draymond joining LeBron as a fellow Clutch Sports client. But during those finals battles, there was real hatred on the court. Both men wanted dominance, and pride was on the line every possession. 8. Ray Allen versus Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. When Ray Allen joined the Miami Heat in 2012, he didn't just sign with a new team, he shattered the brotherhood of the Boston Celtics' Big Three. Allen's decision to leave Boston for Miami, their biggest rival at the time, infuriated Garnett and Pierce. They felt betrayed, claiming Allen didn't even tell them he was leaving. Garnett famously said he lost Ray's number, while Pierce admitted he took it as a personal insult after years of battling side by side. For years, Allen was iced out of Celtics reunions, with Pierce and KG making it clear they held a lasting grudge. Only recently did they begin mending fences, but the betrayal still hangs over one of the NBA's greatest trios, a reminder of how loyalty and pride can tear even legends apart. 9. Kobe Bryant versus Dwight Howard. Not all superstar pairings work out, and the Kobe-Dwight era in Los Angeles is proof. When Dwight Howard joined the Lakers in 2012, the team was supposed to be unstoppable, but Kobe didn't respect Dwight's approach to the game. He thought Howard wasn't tough enough, wasn't focused enough, and couldn't handle the relentless pressure of Los Angeles. Their tension spilled onto the court, with Kobe barking at Dwight during games, questioning his leadership, and even confronting him in heated exchanges that teammates had to calm down. By the time Dwight left for Houston after just one season, the relationship was completely broken. To this day, their feud remains one of the NBA's most disappointing what-ifs, a clash of talent and personality that doomed a potential dynasty. 10. Magic Johnson versus Isaiah Thomas. Finally, let's revisit Isaiah Thomas, because he also had a bitter rivalry with Magic Johnson, once his close friend. The two were so tight that they kissed on the cheek before games. But during the 1988 and 1989 finals, when the Lakers and Pistons clashed, their friendship collapsed. Magic accused Isaiah of undercutting him with rumors about his personal life, while Isaiah resented the way Magic distanced himself and questioned his loyalty. Their feud lasted for decades, with both men throwing jabs in interviews and the media fueling the tension. Though they eventually reconciled in a public TV moment years later, the hurt from that broken bond never fully healed, leaving a permanent mark on NBA history. The NBA has always been about competition, but sometimes competition turns into hatred. From Jordan freezing out Isaiah, to Kobe and Shaq breaking apart a dynasty, to Garnett's legendary trash talk, these rivalries prove that even icons aren't above grudges. They brought drama, intensity, and raw emotion that went beyond the scoreboard, reminding us that for all their greatness, NBA legends are still human, driven by pride, passion, and the will to win at any cost. If you love stories like this, hit the like button, subscribe for more untold dramas, and drop a comment with the rivalry you think was the most intense. Check the description for more legendary stories, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram for exclusive content.